We going live. We going live. Sistas on BET live. What up, y'all? Kevin Walton here, aka Source Radiance. I play Aaron Carter on Tyler Perry Sistas on BET. I know y'all know who I am. And we got some other people dropping on. I'm gonna get Chrus on. Chris Warren in the building. Get my man Anthony. Dalton the second on. Gonna get Mignon on. So we'll get everybody on so we can chat it up with you guys. What y'all think of that season 4 finale? I can tell by the Twitters how some of y'all felt about it. We appreciate the love, man. What's going on? What's going on, y'all? How we feeling? Throw some words in the pot. How we feeling out there tonight? Throw some words. How you feeling right now? And where are you logging on from? Glass of wine. I feel you. I mean, I don't really drink anymore, but I do feel you. I'm sipping on some tea myself, but I support the journey. What's going on? Oh, I know, right? Oh, we love that. Love the love, man. Thank y'all for continuing to show us love. Let's see if they're going to be hopping on yet. Not yet, but we'll get them in there. Thank you. Thank you for that love. I know, October. We'll hang in there. We'll see what we can do in the meantime. Show y'all some love. Get y'all popping. We got Miami, Florida in the building. What up? Hayden is ran over by a car. Hayden is wild, yo. Hayden is absurd in the most hilarious way possible. Chrus is crushing that role. I love it. What else we got? Where else we checking in from? Jersey? What up? What up, Jersey? What up, NY? See y'all. More Florida love. I love that. ATL in the building. Naturally. I love it. Yeah, you gotta hop in one of the auditions. I know they still get castings for some of the roles. Come on, hop in it. Ohio in the building, come on. October when? I don't know the exact date in October. I know that's when it's supposed to be coming around for season 5. See, I gotta stay tuned for that. Season 5's gonna get wild. Delaware, what up? Charlotte, what up? Nice. I'm gonna be in North Carolina tomorrow. I got an event I'm facilitating over the weekend in Nashville. That's what's up. Bronx, New York, what up? All right, I see Anthony hopping on. Let's get him in the mix. Mignon, let's get Mignon in the mix. And then we got to get on. They're going to be coming on in a second. Oh, I got visitors. Oh. What up? Minnie, why you sideways? What's happening?
I'm sideways.
Why you sideways? Do you see her sideways, Aunt, or do you see her straight up?
Oh, no. I don't know.
She's up.
Oh, now you're like holographic. Now you're in like multiple dimensions at once.
So
Which you know me, I'm not against. I'm with that.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I deleted. Oh, I don't know. Guys, I don't know.
What's happening?
I do know. There we go.
There you go. That's all.
I deleted Instagram from my phone, and so I use it on my iPad now.
Straight up.
A break.
Using it on your iPad makes you feel like an idiot. So I get on Instagram a lot less. So
yo, I'm not necessarily against that. I did that with Facebook. I took Facebook on my phone like 3 years ago. I haven't been on that thing barely ever anymore.
I'm so sick of social media. I'm like, so now I feel like a moron using it on my iPad. Like the keyboard is all on the side right now.
You are not a moron, Mignon.
I'm not a moron, but
you're not.
You know why I'm not?
You are a smart, intelligent woman.
This feels dumb. As soon as this is
Not it feels dumb.
And I know Chrus is gonna hop on with us through the BET joint, right? I don't see him in there.
Crystal or Chris?
Chris.
Oh my God! Can I just say, I love a good villain, and Chris is a genius.
He's crushing that role, yo. He is absolutely crushing it.
I love Chris's Hayden. Oh, it's so good. Like when he's pleased with himself, it's so good. Like,
oh, it's awesome.
Something awful. It's so good.
Nah,
I love it.
He's dope.
Yeah, man.
Take us away, Kevin.
Well, we here. We in the building. So people have been chiming in with their with their reflections from the season finale. And there was shows. Oh wait, I see Chris Warren hopping in. Let me see where Chris. I just saw his name pop up. There you go. All right. So I guess he's not coming up from BT. I'm gonna bring him in right now. Oh, we bringing Hayden on.
Oh,
Hayden coming on. We bringing
Hayden.
Oh, we bringing Hayden in.
Oh,
Hey,
there we go. I don't know
what
how to
up, bro?
work this. I'm glad I finally figured it out. My fault.
Chris, I'm your fan. Oh, what is this freaking filter I have on my face? Hey, Chris.
What up?
Guys, what I'm doing?
What up with you, bro?
Chilling. I finally figured this out, so I'm hoping I figured it out right.
There you go.
You got some filters going. I need some of those filters down there.
I'm thinking about the mustache one.
I love you so much.
Really?
What up, y'all?
Well, let's all just try to.
I was about to say I need to figure out.
Are we?
That's what we're doing. Let's see.
Is this all the filter game?
Let's see.
That was happening?
I'm gonna figure this out.
I just want a filter that has me sipping tea nonstop. That's all I want. Oh, what's that? Is that a grip? Oh shit!
What else we got?
Oh, what happened to Minnie? She hit something that she just dipped out.
She did that old woman thing. Like, I don't know how to put on her glasses and start pushing buttons.
Oh man! So we're here to dive in a little bit. I see now Hayden's frozen. Minnie dipped. It might just be you and me. We might just be chopping it up a little bit.
We'll have to do this next season. Catch you after season 5. We'll recap. Yeah,
right.
Man. Nah, this season was crazy, man.
It was crazy. Yo, did you see Zach and Hayden's fight scene?
Man, when he pulled his leg, I think he pulled his leg and like punched him in like the hamstring or something. I was like, yo.
Amazing, bro. That was hilarious.
It's dope, man. I was about to say on Twitter, I said at the end when Sabrina and Maurice got arrested, I'm like, yo, like Calvin just wanted her to see who he was. Now he gonna have to see her in the big house. Like,
right? What's happening?
That's crazy. Like,
why are they getting arrested? That's wild. The setup is real.
Yeah. And then it's like, I'm wondering, well, I know, but how is that dynamic between the FBI agent and Mignon going to be?
Yeah.
Like next season when, like, he took down your girl, like.
Yeah, what's that about? What's that about, Minnie?
You know, Danni is a ride or die. I mean, like, I can't tell y'all. What do you want me to say, Anthony? Come on, man. Like, what are you doing?
I thought you'd take the bait, but you're professional. You got this. You know. I'm just testing you.
What is this, amateur hour?
I know.
What's how y'all feel about that? How you feel about Maurice and Sabrina getting arrested, snatched up? How y'all feel about Q's setup on that?
Who knew? Mastermind.
Right.
I wish Hayden up, like, because Hayden, your plans keep falling through, bro.
It's not working.
Your skin is like glowing, man. Like, what are you doing?
Oh, I got my ring light popping right here.
You just came off vacation or something? Like, look great.
My ring light's on full blast. I'm really liking it.
Yeah, it's like.
Yo, Anthony brought up a point, Chris. He said when Hayden and Zach were getting in the brawl and he pulled the leg, did he give you a couple shots in the hamstring? What happened with that?
Bro,
that brawl on the
that
stairs?
wasn't scripted either. I was trying to get away. He was pulling and grabbing me, punching at me in my leg. When I rewatched that was hilarious. Like, I was really calling for security for real. I was trying to get him off me. But we kept rolling. I didn't have the time to get my breath or nothing. I was really actually exhausted. I was trying to remember my lines. That was an interesting day.
Wait,
I got beat out. What?
When they got into a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got to fight
Can I
the
tell a quick funny story?
law firm. Yeah.
Do y'all remember when Danni like hits him with the belt? Was that season 3? Season 2?
Yeah.
I think it was season 2 or 3.
It was season 2.
in real life, Deval was really butthurt about it, guys.
He was pissed.
So it's really funny to me right now
He was
that he
pissed.
like assaulted you and you were like needed air.
Oh, like
And
that
to
was a
say,
full-on
like,
assault.
Deval was like, you know, needed to be like snapped out of it, like Pavlov's dog. But when I hit him with the belt like Pootie Tang, he was ready for. But I think it's because we were in the bubble and he hadn't seen his family in a couple of weeks. I think he was tight.
Wound
So
a
it just
little
built
tight.
up.
Yeah, I
It
think
just built up a little bit.
Yeah, but
Yep.
but Mignon, in my guy's defense, like
you don't need.
you don't
need
you don't hit like light.
That's
Like,
that's. Oh, so you want to fight me? That's fine, Anthony. We can
I
fight.
mean,
I don't
oh,
care.
God.
I don't care
I know.
anymore.
Here we go. There we go. You said
I
we
have a
done with
lot
season
of
4, so
rage, and we can fight.
There's healthy
Okay.
ways. There's healthy ways to express that rage, you know?
I was waiting for Kevin to chime in.
You know. See, what you must understand is if you can if you can touch the quintessential essence of the charge in you, then you can bring it to light and transmute it to utilize it for a greater purpose.
There it is.
Come on.
There it is.
Come on.
In other words, get your together. Yeah.
No, it was a belt. I didn't hit him that hard with it. But I'm just saying he did worse to Hayden. He's like, Chrus, he did worse.
Oh no, they fought. Like
He did way worse.
Yo, for real.
It was. It was.
Yo, but Hayden's line when he was like, yo, Chrus, your smugness delivery is epic. When you were like, how'd you say it? You were like, you're so ghetto. Like a damn animal. I was like, yo, I was in tears, bro.
Like,
that's my favorite line.
He's so. You would think that he ran the company. Like he.
You're right.
I'm like, dude, you a lawyer there, and you act like you go after Fatima,
right?
Andy. You go after hell, the new boss. Like, how you step to the new boss? Like, he
my
told
boss.
you,
I'm still talking crazy.
Still talking. That's
for real.
yo. That's your new nickname. Double down, because you will double down even in your back against the wall. You done got
right.
You done got whooped a couple times, and you gonna double down. And I think that's what like a good villain. Like, I really want to know his story. Like, why are you like this? Like,
right? Like, what happened to you? Why will I not?
What happened to you? What was your childhood like?
For real, though.
Unhinged.
Yes.
Unhinged.
I mean,
Yo.
is it all women, or is it just these women here? Like, what is it?
He is definitely
like,
caught up. He is extra caught up.
Did you not get picked for the team? And now, like
every team.
Every team.
Now, every time I see a group together that appreciates each other, I just
makes me
upset.
Every time I see a gathering, I don't like
just
that.
want to watch the world burn.
I don't like that.
Oh, man.
Nah, that's
I love it.
man. You play the hell out that character, bro.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
So, Minnie, I got a question for you. Let's turn it to you for a second.
Mm-hmm.
So, on one hand, you got this Logan guy who also has arrested your homie. And then you got Preston, right, professing his love to you while leaving. What does Danni do with all this information? How does she handle this? What does she do? How do you feel about it? How do you feel about it?
For Danni with Logan, it's like that's a non-starter, right? Like that's easy. But with Preston, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Whenever they have difficulties, there's fight, flight, fawn, or freeze. He flights. He's a flighter. I mean, since season 1, you know, like he, you know, he's just, that's how he deals with conflict. That's how he deals with pressure. That's how he deals with things when they're not going the way he imagined. His first instinct is to, and so I think for Danni, you can't beg someone to stay who has a pattern of leaving. And, you know, we don't get to see, this is an ensemble cast, right? So we don't get to delve as deeply into each character, but we don't get to see how it makes Danni feel disposable, right? I say
Okay.
something you don't like in an argument, or I don't respond a way that you don't like when you're wrong. You make a mistake and do something out of ignorance. You're wrong, but you ignore me for days. You ghost me for days, and I'm trying to talk to you. I'm reaching out to you. I'm texting you. I'm calling you. It makes me feel like a toy that you pick up when you feel like playing with, and you put me down when it's not fun for you anymore. So,
Oh man, I just heard all kinds of songs from the '90s when you expressed that.
say it again.
I just heard all kinds of songs from the '90s just come to my head when you said that. I feel you. So let me ask you this in regards to that. With it leading to that for Preston, do you think there was times Danni could have been more receptive to Preston early on before it got to that point when he was showing a lot more attention and she kind of had her guard up? Do you think that there was that space where she did that enough where he just didn't know what to do and that was his space? Not, and I don't condone anyone just dipping out when there's things to be met. But how do you feel with Danny's patterns leading up to that for Preston? Do you think she could have taken a little easier on him? Or how do you feel about that?
Forth with it, right? Because like there are times where Danni will cop out because she's so like if we start at season 1, that's the thing. I kind of have to memorize nuances and justify and ground things in truth because like I said, it is an ensemble cast, and so I had to connect the dots. So like season 1, she just thought they were going to hook up, and then he sits at the table and says all these great things, but then the next day he's gone and he ghosts her. Pretty much since that moment, Danni hasn't really known how to trust her instincts with him or what he says, because it's like you sit here, you open me up, I'm tearing up, I'm crying. You say you don't know how to play games, and then you ghost me for 3 days. Like literally the next morning she wakes up and he's gone, and we don't see him again until the season finale. And so they get back together in season 2, and then the next thing he does the whole beg me gal thing, and he's wrong, right? He's the one who made an ignorant mistake, but she like gets really upset about it, and then he dips out again. She's calling, she's texting. So he just has this pattern of like being really hot and then like leaving her high and dry. So for Danni, it's just like, I'm afraid to really, really open up to you because I don't know the next time you're leaving again and will you be back?
Okay.
Not to say right or wrong, but that's just where she is. It's like it's too much seesawing.
Seesawing. Got you. Don't know one with no seesaw.
Don't nobody want no seesaw.
We want that masculine energy, consistent, dedicated, present. That's what here. Okay. Yeah. I got you.
Go source. So
I'm going to sprinkle in the source. Go source radiance. So I have another question for everybody, and I'm sure all the fans have something to say about it. How's everyone feel with Gary and Hayden working together, and like Gary getting information for Hayden, from Hayden about Andy and things that are happening? How y'all feel about that connection? And Chrus, if you got something to say on it, you can feel free to say something on it. How y'all feel about it?
I had a feeling that I was hoping that me and him were going to connect because I feel like we have similar maybe attitudes towards certain things. And I think once me and him connected, it's really a lot of mayhem is definitely going to happen. So I'm looking forward to that.
Indeed. Mayhem. The absurdity of it all.
Definitely some mayhem.
I love it. Anthony, let's go to you for a moment. So, what do you want to see? What would you like to see Calvin do to handle the situation what's happening with Sabrina and Maurice? How would you like to see him show up in that dynamic?
Which part? You talking about the end? Like the ending? I think it can go 2 ways. If Calvin is completely done, you know what I'm saying? Which I don't think he is, given when he was drunk and expressing, how he feels about Sabrina. But if he could, it's like, look, Calvin has done everything. he's been fully transparent since season 1, who he is, and this back and forth. It's just like, all right, man, it's only so much somebody can take. But I am anxious to see in season 5 how he responds when he does see like somebody he still loves and cares about her. Mm-hmm. So I'm anxious to see the level of, you know, the level of, I guess you could say, like commitment or lack thereof to get her to find a solution. And for, you know, for Maurice, you know what I'm saying? That's his guy, you know. So I'm really anxious for fans to see that aspect, but you know, and maybe it might draw them closer together, or maybe it's just like, yo, even though we can't be together, I still don't want to see you incarcerated. Like, we all have exes and stuff. Like, we don't want to read about them in the paper. Like, oh my God, like, yeah, she broke my heart, but good riddance. Right. Like, nobody wants that. So it's like I'm really anxious to see, you know, that aspect of it.
100%. I feel that. So what are some of you guys' favorite? You guys might have already answered this in other interviews, but we're here now, so let's dance with it. Do you guys have any favorite scenes, either that you watched or of your character in season 4 that stands out to you guys? What's one of your favorite scenes? I know for mine, for sure, Hayden and Zach's fight, hilarious, for sure, 100%.
Yeah.
Love it. With all my heart.
Yeah. No, the fact that he tried to push him away instead of like throw a punch.
No fighting back whatsoever.
Man, it was like, get back. Like,
stop, please stop.
I was like, yo. And the fact that when he bucked at you, you like cowered, like he got 2 grown men holding him. Like, dude,
I was still a little scared.
That let me, you know, and that's also a testament to what Hayden does with this. Like, if you're not with these, right, you gotta be, you know what I'm saying?
100%.
That's all he got. That's
all he has.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's a lawyer. He's processing the situation about, you know, okay, I'm a lawyer. Even if I could fight, I can't just be throwing hands with this dude in my place of business.
Right.
Like,
place of business.
You know what I'm saying? I can't do that, you know. So the wheels are always turning with Hayden. So I enjoyed the fight. Let's see. When y'all got walked in on, you and Karen.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I don't know. Hold on. Correct me if I'm wrong. Was she still trying to get with it after the girls left?
Oh yeah, that was the idea. That was the idea.
That's a great question.
Yeah, she was still trying to get down. Like,
when she left, she still wanted to get down. She still wanted to get at it. And when you have those disruptions, though, you know, Aaron was like, "I guess I'm coming to my senses in this moment. I gotta get it right." However, I do love about that scene, it was the lingering effect, right? The girls came in like, oh, like there wasn't that, you know, usually you bust in on someone, you're like, oh, my bad, right? But they were like, oh, my bad, what's up? Oh, no, we didn't mean to interrupt. We'll just, okay, how we doing?
Such close friends. Like, that show, they are such a unit. The fact that we can watch our girl having sex with a guy that we don't really know about, like he's not like they've been dating since college or something, and still stay in the room. Like, that's crazy. That's only what real friends would do. Like,
yeah, right. I'm surprised they're like, my bad, y'all continue. We're just gonna get to the kitchen and get some water. Y'all don't let us stop you.
More like you're gonna stop. We know you're gonna stop.
Of course.
It's a game of chicken. It's a Mexican standoff.
We know you're going to stop. Are you going to stop? Please stop. I don't think you're going to stop. Are they stopping? Like,
they're going to stop.
They're not stopping. I mean, sometimes.
They're going to stop. They're going to stop. No, they're not.
They'll stop. You need to talk to her.
Awesome. How about you, Minnie? What was one of your favorite scenes?
I mean, that about covers it. I mean, you know, yeah. That about covers it, you know? Those are the highlights.
Yeah.
That's highlights. I'll say one of my favorite scenes for my characters was being able to riff with DeVal when we were at the court, when it was me, Gary, let's see, Aaron, Gary, Zach. I think there was one other character with us, but Gary and Zach were talking, and then Zach threw that little line out about Karen, and that brought Aaron in. And, you know, Aaron's usually always like dropping some of those lines of like, you know, we can better for humanity. And then he felt that little and so I got to throw some jabs at Zach for once, a little bit of that. It was just fun to riff a couple times back and forth. That was fun.
The fact that you take the high road.
Why does Aaron stay?
What's that?
Why does Aaron stay? Because like we as the audience, we see Karen hung up on him. So I guess from your perspective, how much of that does Aaron feel / experience? But like, why does he stay? Because both of y'all are like pretty raw. Your ex just killed herself, you know, like what, right. 2.5?
I mean, didn't just. That was 3 seasons ago.
It was like 2.5.
Which is all like 8 days ago.
Oh, you know, it's like a trauma bond. Okay, never mind. All right, but why?
Well, I wouldn't even say it was a trauma bond. Like I would say that when, and I kind of mentioned this earlier when we did the Twitter space, the tweet space, whatever it's called. When Aaron met Karen, you know, he was already getting ready to leave his wife and divorce her. And he had been living a life already where he had to kind of like get himself together to get himself out of some of the dark places he was in. And he had been taking care of his wife and the family. And he's always had that like role where it's kind of like, I guess you could call it like a savior all the time. But then connecting with Karen at a time when he was kind of hurting, he felt a spark. And it wasn't necessarily with someone he had to necessarily take care of. She was their own person. And it was like genuine feelings that he had. And through the course of their journey, right, like initially the drama was happening around them, but not in their space. And every time they came together, the way it initiated was kind of like that was his solace. And that having that, the way I kind of like put that in for Aaron is having that was, it was just a breath of fresh air. It was something different and something more. And when he gets focused around something, he's committed, he's all in, and he's sure enough of himself to see it through. And the way, like, so the way I have it in his mind is there's nothing he won't overcome, right? He's willing to go as long as he has to. And even though it's been kind of up and down, and he's been honest with himself in relation to her. So like recognizing she's still not over Zach and certain things. And like, he's like, I know that I have what it takes to be a man, to be the man that actually would enhance your life. And to me, he recognizes that and sees that Karen is so used to the notion of what she's experienced with Zach that what Aaron has been on the table is new territory for him. So to me, the way I like it into him, he stays on it because he wants her to know that there is a different life in relation to, you know, to someone. And he's very much committed to seeing that through enough to tell her whether whether baby's mine or not, whether I'm here, all of me is committed and in this. Mm-hmm. And even those moments when he was like, you know what, I got to give you space because you're not over it. Right. I felt like when he would sit to himself, it's like, that's a true statement. And I know that she feels who Karen is as a person feels right for him. Right. Like aligned for him. And the reason to me, like where he was so stern in season 1 and that kind of shook a little bit was he was so stern and adamant about the notion of things with his ex-wife. And then she killed herself and that kind of rocked him because there was a lack of compassion and consideration that led to that with the way he acted. And I feel like that kind of like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Rocked him a little bit. So he was kind of like processing that. So I think aside from the idea that Karen is obviously still focused on Zach, Aaron's dedication to that, he wants to see that through, and he feels like he can reach her beyond that, even though come on, just embrace him, Karen. So that's some of my 2 cents, even though that was a lot longer than 2 cents. How does that sound to you, Minnie? How does that feel when you hear that?
I just feel like none of these characters are healthy. You know what I mean? But
I just feel like it's a world of unhealthy humans.
I think
There's so much healing that needs to
Yeah,
happen all around, you know?
I agree. I agree. People got some things to meet.
well that's
Yeah, because I
humans
just think
though.
about with Karen and Aaron, for me, the answer, commonality of pain. They've both been cheated on, right? And I think that thing that feels right between them is that commonality of pain, not just the trauma bond of Fawn killing herself, but also just knowing what it is to be a person's rock and be there for them and have their
Yeah,
back, and for them to still kind of, move on. And then for Karen now to be chasing Zach, Aaron is still playing out this pattern where he's not being chosen, and because that's just what feels right for him for some reason, to like chase love and affection rather than, it's
yeah.
just
But then, rather than be it and call it in, you gotta chase it because
yeah.
chasing is the misalignment.
You know what
Yeah,
though? A lot of men in this day and age, they're a lot more comfortable with chasing a woman rather than a woman. Once a woman opens up, he has her attention and her affection. It's no longer interesting. And the surface conscious answer is, "Oh, I'm not interested anymore. I don't feel a spark. It's not whatever." But deep down, it's really no. It's just that's not comfortable. It's not the healthy
mm-hmm.
thing of being with someone who wants you and you want them back, and there's the rest that doesn't
100%.
feel normal to you yet. You like to chase a woman,
100%.
be accepted, but
Yeah, I like that. I like that because that's a huge pattern, especially in this day and age and in the culture we've developed, and especially in the Western world. Um, the notion of that being the thing, like, and us moving from the outside in, and the chase being the thing, rather than the presence of connection and being able to go deep together and explore from almost like that spiritual foundation forward. It's usually the inverse of like physical attraction forward, or I just got, just the conquering forward, or any of those dynamics. And I can see that. And I feel like even with Aaron's thing, like the notion of that is there, for sure. And I don't think it's just like, say, the idea of that conquering, even though I agree with you, the notion of them healing. There's also that space of the experiences he's had with her, that he feels like this is where he wants to be, in that kind of space, because that's the kind of character he's presented, in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I love that. I appreciate that shit. I like it. We be going deep, Minnie. You know how we do. I love it. I'm digging it. Let me see what else we got. Got some list things to play with. Actually, yeah, let's touch on this. So we were talking about this in the Twitter space earlier with me, Anthony, and KJ, and Trinity for a little bit. We were talking about some of our things we loved about being like on the set, on the cast, in this production, behind the scenes. Do you guys, and if you have anything you want to share to it, because I know we talked about it before, this is Instagram now, so not everyone knows, but Minnie and Chris, if you guys want to share, what's some of your favorite behind the scenes moments that you have when we're on set, and whether, I would say any season, but if there's anything that stands out from season 4, when we all get together and we're behind the scenes, anything that you guys enjoy, laugh, funny moments, stories, what y'all got?
I mean, like I'll go. I'll just make it short from when we did the Twitter space.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes stuff, really. Okay, so there's BTS. There's behind the scenes stuff that we're still working, but that's nothing compared to when we're off the clock and we just get to hang out with one another. Like, we'll be at the studio even when we're wrapped, and still, like, I always go through Mignon's refrigerator.
I was
in the dressing
about
room.
to say that.
I
Anthony
will hit
thinks
up,
I'm his mom. He thinks I'm Costco.
I will go through her,
Oh,
and what she does is she'll ration out things like that she does not want, and be like, "Here, you can have this." I'll be like, I don't want this. Like, I'll go through her refrigerator. We talked about on the Twitter space how when the guys get together, the girls don't like that. Like
it becomes middle school by the locker. It's middle school by the locker.
On Twitter, the show is called Sistas. It's about y'all. So when we get a little glimpse just to ourselves, they're like, nah, we can't have that shit. Like, nah, we gonna break that. It's like pool. You ever play pool and the balls are like clustered and somebody gotta break that shit up. Like, we gotta break that up. So, but it's all love. And KJ broke it down. She said it's like, imagine you haven't seen like your favorite cousins at a family reunion, and then those cousins go with another set of cousins and like kind of exclude you. So when she put it in that, I was like, okay, I kind of get it. But the fellas don't have a problem when y'all do y'all thing. We just be like, oh, they doing the sister thing, right? But
how you feel about that, Minnie?
I don't think that's true. I think they do have a problem when we do girl stuff. That's why they're
Who
like,
does?
It just reminds me of elementary school when it was like, no girls allowed, there's boys only. Like just that thing where like, no, you can't play with us. It's video games, it's boy stuff, we do boy things. And y'all are 37 with children. Half of y'all have kids. And y'all are still doing like this boys club versus girls club
I'll
thing.
say this.
And I don't understand it.
Kevin, do you have a problem when the girls do things together?
I do not. I do not have a problem when the girls do girl things.
Chris, do you have a problem when the girls do things together?
I got no problems.
He got no problems.
Kevin doesn't have a problem with it. Chris also, I agree. Chris also, first of all, let's be real. Chris minds his business, right? Like, Chris comes to work. He says hello to everyone. He goes to set. He does his
job. And then,
and he says goodnight to everybody. That's why his skin looks so good. Okay? He minds his business.
He minds his business.
That's mind your business skin right there.
Yes, sir.
Mind your business skin.
So of course he doesn't have a problem. But y'all other ones definitely.
Who is y'all? Call names.
We're like, we need fellas time.
Call names.
No.
Shoulders
start doing this thing.
Don't just put us all in a group. Call names.
Yeah, like y'all. Minus Kevin.
No, don't do no minus. Call names.
Everybody that's not Kevin and Chris. Maybe not Trinity. But everybody that's not Kevin and Chris and
like
half
three
the time.
dudes left. Like it's like me.
The rest of y'all. You always say Anthony, Brian, Chichito.
We care what y'all do.
What's the other one's name?
Jesus.
Who am missing? Brian, Cheeto, Anthony, DeVal. That's everybody, right? That's everybody.
So you're saying we've stormed to your dressing room and said, we don't like you all.
Y'all, my dressing room for some reason is the one you Negroes like to storm into.
Because the PAs bring you a lot of stuff. There's teas, all assortments of teas. There's
I get that from crafting myself.
There's teas.
Okay.
What else is there? There's snacks that aren't in our baskets. That's why
there are snacks that aren't in our baskets in the room.
Snacks in your baskets that we
you got the special edition
like Cheetos and Funyuns. I don't eat stuff.
I don't eat either of those anymore.
Do you know us?
I've seen y'all's baskets. I'll look at y'all's baskets and it looks like 7-Eleven. Mine is more like Whole Foods because I asked for that. Because I can't eat, got daggone Ruffles and then wear lingerie.
Who is eating that? Like, I think no one's eating that. As many shirtless.
He always has Sour Patch Kids in his room. Always.
And I never eat them. And
you don't eat them.
They're in there. I don't have a request when they say, "What are your dietary restrictions?" I'm like,
then tell the people, Anthony. You too could have a snack basket like mine.
Why? Because you can have. I don't. But the thing is, but I always. Here's the thing. This is gonna get her tight.
But if he has it in his room, Minnie, how is he supposed to come in your room and take your stuff?
Exactly. But I always have my alkaline
Kevin.
water on
Go
there.
figure.
I always have my alkaline water.
And you never bring me any, but it's fine.
Chris, you got some favorite moments from behind the scenes.
Wrap it up, guys. Chris, tell us what you're saying.
Behind the scenes, I was gonna talk about the fight, but we talked about that already. When I was getting beat up and down the stairs, that day was fun. I liked when Crystal came at me with the bat. That night was hilarious because she really smashed that car up for real. So I was really actually dodging glass and stuff. So that was funny.
Wow.
What else?
Yeah, Crystal
y'all named all the good ones already.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah, Crystal come with it, right?
Yeah, she wasn't playing with that bat.
Not at all.
I mean, you got to. If you get a chance to smash something, like break
Yeah.
something.
I know. I was
a fun day.
jealous. I wanted to do that.
Yeah.
It's a fun day when you get to break shit. It's a fun day.
Right.
So let's do around the clock for everybody. What's something that people can expect from your character come season 5? Whoever wants to start that off, give them a little bit of a flavor. Obviously, not the full Monty, just a little flavor.
Go ahead. Tell them everything.
If I had to guess, I think I'm gonna get my ass beat one more time. We got season 3, season 4. I definitely got another beating coming for sure.
They're gonna do a poll. Who thinks Hayden should get his ass whooped?
Everybody.
99.7.
And there's just that 1% who also feels salty about life. It's like, nah, man.
No, it's that they're in the church and they practice forgiveness. Like that's that percentage.
That's that 1%.
In the church. Yeah.
I love it.
I'm looking forward to seeing this whole prison getting arrested deal is, like, what's that dynamic? Like, this is federal crime. Like, this is it ain't just, oh, you just put $500 up and you can get out type stuff. This is like, I'm assuming you got to make calls, who knows? The girls may have to entrust in Hayden. Like, you know what I'm saying? He is a lawyer. Like, we don't, you know what I'm saying? It could be so much stuff that goes on with that situation. I think that it'll test the girls, like, because they all have other lives, but that stuff going on, but one of their own is in hot water. So how are they going to still manage dealing with one of their own, but y'all still got relationship issues. You still got work. You still have your day-to-day, you still got somebody like Hayden who's in the office causing, stuff. Like, how are they going to maneuver through that? So I'm anxious to see that part.
I feel that. Minnie, how about you?
Season 5's dark. I'm just telling y'all now. Dark.
Don't come in with no happy emotions.
Rough.
So we're reading all them sunshine and rainbows.
It's rough. It's like y'all think y'all be tweeting, TP, what you going through now? Like, y'all gonna look at season 5 and be like, so let's talk, like let's talk, because it's dark, especially from where Danni sits. It's the shit. It's rough.
So we saying no jokes?
She always got jokes.
I'm about to say.
She gonna keep a joke online or two.
I mean, that's how she copes. Like, so that's how they cope.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite a journey. Quite a journey for Danni.
Yeah.
I would say for Aaron, you can expect Aaron to just be Aaron, man. Aaron's just gonna be Aaron. I think he's gonna really show like his full out devotion. I also think he'll start some of the I want to say assertiveness will start coming back through. I know some people, I get messages sometimes, people are like, where is actually I think someone even posted on here, they're like, where's Aaron from season 1? Because he's been going through it emotionally. Aaron gonna bring some of that back in the mix. And y'all don't know what's gonna happen with Karen, because y'all saw what happened at the end of season 4, the finale. You don't know what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna give anything away because I'm a professional. However, just things you don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know. Don't make assumptions. I mean, that's what my response. Don't make assumptions about what you think about things.
Do we still know whose baby?
We do not, and ain't nobody gonna know. No one's gonna know.
It's
Not on
all
my
our
watch.
babies. It's all our
It's
babies.
all our
Damn.
It's all our babies.
I'm the pappy.
I'm the pappy.
It's
Line us up.
It's a community. It's a community baby. It's a community baby.
Yeah. That's what everybody
Someone said,
wants to know.
Yeah, right. I get that. That's what I get in whenever people spot me in public, like in the airport or something. That's like literally they shout it out. Whose baby is that? It's like,
excuse me. Excuse me. My name is Kevin. I have a son. He is this age. Why are you yelling that at me? Why are you yelling at me?
Bullshit. Right. Kevin's son, like, what do you mean? Who's child in
What do you mean? Who's baby? My son is mine.
I have a brother.
Like, Dad, why are they asking you that?
Then they're looking at you like, then some old lady in the cut looking at you like, You just got babies running around. A woman just gonna yell, "Where your who baby is it?" Oh shit!
Yeah, it's wild.
There's no way to tell a child they're adopted.
Yo, I love the fans so much.
Yo,
and they get so y'all get so caught up in the storylines, and some of y'all just ain't got no filters, but it's hilarious.
Yeah, I want to fight some of y'all.
Man, it's not even that I want to fight them. Like how you said somebody asked who your baby is.
Yeah.
This two older ladies, little short old ladies came up to me and was like, "What kind of panties are you wearing today?" I was like,
"Oh damn,
ma'am."
Excuse me, man.
I'm with my wife and son. Man, because they're little old ladies, so you can't be like, "Hey, man, watch your mouth." You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, ma'am, Calvin wears these. How you doing? My name is Anthony. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I
am a person.
I am not a character, and it's so funny, but it's a testament to, these characters that I see the comments, and sometimes I feel bad for you, Chrus, because they just, I hate. I'm like, I want to be like, well, excuse me, man, hate is a strong word. Like, he's really a good guy.
Right.
Why so mean?
Yes, some of y'all go too hard. Y'all go too hard on Twitter.
Wow. I'm like, they are invested. And it's a beautiful thing, but I'm just like, luckily, I haven't had any experiences, and I'll ask y'all this. I haven't had any experience with our fans that somebody is like disrespectful and like mad rude. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've never
on
had
Twitter.
Not at all.
Mad rude. I'm talking about the characters. I'm like, who cheated on you, man? Like, because you're really sensitive about this.
they connected. Like, no, they go in.
It's like, y'all be going low in. It's like, I'm going to fight you, man.
It'd be so funny. They'd be like, sis. And this is any dude, a woman saying it, sis, he gay. Like, just chalk it up. Like, he wearing drawers, he got this going on, he fell asleep on a brother's lap, he's drunk. Oh my God, man, he just gay. What are you doing? Like, I'm like, wow, like, who hurt you? Like,
right, it's definitely a who hurt you. Like, some of y'all are hashtag triggered. Triggered, yeah.
The ones the reiterating their tweet, so they'll follow up with another tweet about the subject they just talked about. I'm like, holy, like, really? Oh my God. But the thing is we do see the tweets. Like I always say, I don't think another show has this kind of fan interaction like we do. I mean, if somebody thinks they do, I doubt it, but I really believe like we are on Twitter commenting, engaging, laughing, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And
it's so funny, man. Mm-hmm. Y'all are riot on Twitter.
Yeah.
Y'all are riot on Twitter.
It's a lot of fun.
It is.
You
it's so funny.
Get offended. To the point,
for real.
Like, it's just like, word. Like, y'all
Love
just,
it.
I'm like, wow. I'm like, I wonder what we were trending tonight.
Yeah, right.
I never really check it. It's always somebody like KJ or Cheeto who will repost it. And I'll be like, all right, we had 2, we had 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah, legit. Chrus, I had a question for you on that too. When you when everyone's like sending the comments right about Hayden, dude, sometimes you're like, man, can y'all dial it down? Or are you like, I'm crushing it. I'm crushing the role. If they keep to my character and I love it. Like, what's that like for you?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I love it so much because the only characters I've ever played are like happy, you know, nice, dancing around and stuff. Like, I've never played anything that's any kind of rough around the edges at all. So for me to have a character where that people hate me and they call me grimy and vile and I'm setting people up to go to jail and putting coke in people's trunks and stuff, like, this is exactly the kind of role that I wanted to play. So when I see that, like last season, I think I got a DM and somebody sent me an obituary of Hayden that he was dead, and it was like, yeah, this is gonna happen. And I was like, damn. So
they Kanye West you?
Yeah, they put Hayden Moss. They knew my last name and everything. They put my picture in there, like I was already dead. Like it was a wrap already. So, but when I see stuff like that, I mean, I thought that was hilarious. But you know, like you said, in my mind, that means I'm doing something right. If I keep getting people to hate me, then I'm doing something right. So in my mind, I'm happy with it.
Chris, you love having fun when you play Hayden. Like you have so much fun with it. That's why I have fun watching you. Huh?
Exactly.
I do have a lot of fun, you know, messing with Zach and Cheeto and everybody. Like, you know, it's fun. Crystal, KJ, whoever, just like trying to get a rise out of people. It's fun, and that smug kind of thing. You know, once I kind of found it, I was like, all right, bet I'm just gonna be this smug, just terrible human being, and it's working. So I'm happy with it.
Just go all the way. Like
I'm
go
going
all the way. You gotta double down. Like
exactly.
You gotta double down. Like if you think that was, you know, wait till season 5. And
exactly.
It's like you gotta just keep upping the thing. Yeah. What's funny is it's like the fans, they say they want something. Like, why can't you leave them alone? Why can't you let Zach and Fatima be happy? Or why can't this person have a happy ending? Let me tell you something. If it was a happy ending, our show would have ended in season 2. You gotta have something that gets you know, has you talking. Like, it can't be all sunshine and rainbows. First of all, that's not real life. And second, like, you need a good antagonist. You need, you know, you need somebody with the comedic chops. You need somebody who is that, you know, there are good guys in the world, and there are good women in the world, and there's every different level of person on this show that people can relate to. So, you know, with you, just you keep getting your ass whooped, but you keep coming back for more. Hell, Calvin keeps getting into fights, but the fact of the matter is, he's gonna fight for you. Like I was on the live one time and I said, would you rather have a dude who just know he can't fight and just be like, I'm not going to even jump in, or a dude who just does not care and it's the attempt to fight for you?
Just take that beating.
Just either take the beating or just try. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to get, you know, it's like, I'd rather have somebody, you know, if we're going to go down, we're going to go down swinging together, even though we both can't fight, or, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. So, I mean, I don't remember, because usually I read everybody's stuff and I learn everybody's lines, but season 5, I don't know if you get your ass whipped. I can't wait to see.
I'm sure I do.
I can't wait to see. Like, damn, that's what you start tallying them up. Okay, season 3.
That's 4 of them. Yeah.
I just feel like in season 6, if you get beat up, like you need to say something like, I'm tired of people hitting me. Like something like, stop hitting me.
Just have a moment to yourself.
Right.
I ain't taking this no more.
It's enough.
Can't do it no more, man. Let out a war cry.
He's not having the Cuba good and dream.
And he's in his office at work. He's not even at home.
Right.
Like, you wilding out at work. That's dope.
He started crying to himself. I did my best.
The hospital ER again. All right. Bitches.
Oh man, I love it. It's been awesome rocking with you guys. I love this.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
I always love our time, man. Thinking a solid way to close this. Leave everybody with some gems.
Lead us in prayer.
What'd you say?
Lead us in prayer.
Closing church announcements. Closing.
The monthly picnic is now going to take place on the grass instead because we're still getting the air ducts cleaned out of the.
and the fish
Well,
fry.
brother Kevin, I need you to remember
And
the
the
baby
fish fry.
have allergies, so we should probably move it to the parking lot.
You're right. You're right. We don't want anyone to get the sniffles. I know some of y'all still got the hay fever, and it's springtime in Atlanta. It's a little bit crazy.
My grandson. So.
Thank you for that, Sister Minnie. Thank you for that. Sister Minnie always got my back. She always got my back.
Amen.
I love you guys.
Amen.
Love you guys too.
Good night.
Y'all have a beautiful night. Thank y'all for hopping on with us. The fans, we love y'all immensely. Shout out to Tyler Perry. Shout out to our whole cast and crew. The studios. Shout out to BET. And Anthony, Chrus, Minnie. Love rocking with you guys.
My guy.
Love you all,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Love y'all.
Yeah. Y'all have a beautiful night. Holla.